CRF-TV presents The How-To Show with your host, Andrea Caldwell.
Welcome to The How-To Show. Today we're going to be talking about recycling. First of all, we want to talk about why you should recycle, where recycling centers are, and what exactly you can take to the recycling center. For the first part, we're going to be talking about what you can recycle. Now, first we have this junk mail. Everybody hates junk mail. You get these in the mail and you just don't know what to do with them besides throw them away, and you don't want anyone to have your personal information. Me personally, I shred everything that has my personal information on it first, and then I'll throw it into a large bag to take to the recycling center. Yes, it's paper, but it's completely different than newspaper. Newspaper has to be recycled in a completely different way. It's also recycled differently than office paper would be. So you would have to separate these, your junk mail, and your office paper. Believe it or not, magazines can actually be recycled also. It doesn't matter like what kind of magazine, like the type or the feel, you just would bundle these all together, and these would actually go into a separate bag altogether. Next, we're going to be talking about books. Books, I know they feel like magazines and they're completely different than other types of paper, but they can also be recycled. You can either take these to the bookstore or you can actually take these to the recycling center also. Next, we're going to be talking about paper. Tissue paper can be reused for different gifts and things like that, or paper like this, such as this. You can actually use this for packaging. This specific paper I actually use to wrap my ornaments in. It came from a box, a shoe box, different, necessity, different assortment of boxes that you can get these from. The next is actually we're going to be talking about how you can recycle different types of plastic bags. The bags that you get at Finish Line or Walmart or wherever you shop, you can actually recycle different colors, different textures. As long as it's a plastic bag and it doesn't have a different recycling number on it, you can actually take these to a grocery center such as Walmart or Brookshire's. And if you're not one to want to pile them all together and keep them in a cabinet, you can actually buy one of these socks at Walmart and you can stuff this full. It will actually save you a lot of space. The next, believe it or not, old t-shirts, old clothes that you might have, outgrown, or that your kids have outgrown, different, clothes that have stains on them. Believe it or not, there are a lot of needy people that will take clothes, stains or no stains. This one doesn't have any stains. It's just a shirt that I've really worn out. It can be recycled through taking it to a Salvation Army or Goodwill. I actually take my old clothes to a local church because it actually goes to people that need it, that are in a different kind of like a homeless shelter. These kind of like shirts can actually be recycled to be pillowcases. A lot of pillowcases that I've made for guest bedrooms, you can actually stuff a pillow inside and cut the arms off and sew it shut, and it actually makes a pretty neat pillow. Next, we're going to be talking about cell phones. Believe it or not, those old iPhones that you had to have can be recycled. So other people, such as the elderly, can use them for 911 services. And actually, we're going to wrap it up right here. We're going to go to commercial, but when we come back, we're going to talk about cardboard, glass, and aluminum. So not only that, we're actually going to be talking about plastics also. So come back after this commercial and we'll see you then.
Hi there, how can I help you today?
My dog needs a bath, I'm in a hurry.
No problem, quick quality pup grooming is our specialty.
Wow, she looks great. That only took 10 minutes.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Stop in for quick quality grooming for only $20. Open Monday through Saturday.
Actually talking about different things that you can recycle. We talked about cell phones, t-shirts, newspapers, things like that. And right now we're actually going to talk about different types of plastic. Now bottles like this, they're saline bottles. We have different kinds of shampoo bottles and things like that. Medicine bottles, all kinds of different shapes and sizes. There are different numbers for different plastics. It's hard to tell. You might think you might know what number of plastic it is. It might be a 1 or a 2, but you can't tell. The only way you can actually tell is if you actually look at the plastic, the logo, the number on the bottom. Sometimes it's visible and sometimes it's not. It might be hard to tell. Such as, this right here is a 2. It's a lot thinner than this medicine bottle, but they're actually both 2s. When you take them to the recycling center, they actually sort them out by 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and so on. So you're going to want to recycle these accordingly. The next things that we're going to talk about are actually about glass. Things like this, if you can't use them at home, say as like paint jars, things like that, such as this jar right here, you actually, probably not use it for a paint jar. These are actually more handy for crafts and things like that. This jar right here was actually a spaghetti jar, and you can actually take them to the recycling center if you like. I actually prefer to use these as drinking jars. They're pretty unique, and people find it, a nice conversational piece. And everybody likes a mason jar to drink out of. The next thing we're going to talk about is cardboard. Everybody, might get a package and you open it up, and as soon as you open it up, you have manuals, you have plastic, all kinds of things. All of these things can be recycled, and in all honesty, the biggest waste is actually the manual and things like that come out of a box. This can be recycled. Different egg crates can be recycled. Believe it or not, in America, the rate of things that can be recycled that are thrown away, the recycling rate is actually 28%, whereas the amount of things that people throw away in the trash is actually 80%. So we are definitely lacking in the U.S. as far as recycling rates. The next thing we're going to be talking about is how you can recycle everything from toilet paper rolls, decorative ribbon spools. You can actually use these if you're a crafter. You can actually use these for string or things like that. I use it for ribbon for scrapbooking. And if you actually have extra ribbon left over at Christmas time, you can actually wrap that too. Let me see. This is a different example of cardboard that can be reused. This came from from the bottom of a Coke crate. I actually used this to make my wedding invitations as a guide, a painting guide. I have recycled all kinds of things from shoe boxes to detergent boxes, all kinds of things like that. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way, and I'm actually going to show you some different things that were made from recycled goods. This rug right here is actually made out of old t-shirts and old rugs, believe it or not. It was taken from different fabrics that were made, like quilts that were made, things like that. The next thing I'm going to show you is this really neat mirror. This was actually made with magazine covers. It is really sturdy. It's very interesting. But thanks for coming to the show, and we will see you next time. Appreciate it, and come by again.